Welcome to the Prophecy Club. As you know, we just completed our 2021 Sevenfold Miracle Crusades. And for the next several broadcasts, I'm going to be playing audio from that crusade. Enjoy. And they that dwell upon the earth shall wonder. In other words, they're going to be mesmerized. They're going to be caught by this guy's words. Shall wonder, whose names are not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. When they behold the beast, that means when they see him. As soon as they see him, they're caught. So what does that mean to us? That means that if we have loved ones, neighbors, if we have anyone that doesn't know about the mark of the beast, when is the time to talk to them? Because I've done the same thing you've done. I've already tried to talk to this guy. I guess I'll just wait until the trouble hits. I guess once the trouble hits, then finally he'll decide he'll start coming around. This says once they see the beast, they're already hooked. That's right. It's too late. Once they see this guy, they're probably not going to get saved. You think the pressure to take the mask, pressure to take the vaccine is something? Try to imagine. Wait till that pressure to take the mark of the beast comes out. You won't be able to buy or sell. When they behold the beast, it was and is not. Even him whose working is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. The Antichrist is going to be able to call fire to the side and the face of all people. He's going to be able to do fantastic, or actually, that's the false prophet when he's in presence of the Antichrist. And he's going to be able to do great signs and wonders. So it says, with all power, signs, and lending one. Now this is why God is sending. This is why God is giving. The Russians just launched nuclear. No. We're having phones go off in here because everybody was left this alert on their phones because they were hoping that there would be some kind of an EMS message coming on saying there's massive arrests now taking place. I know what you did. I know what you did. That's why you left it on. Massive arrests, massive arrests. And we're going to rejoice too. So this is why God gave him a mouth speaking great things. This is why God is allowing the beast to have such power. With all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth that they might be saved. Meaning, because these people have not received the sacrifice of Jesus, a simple, easy way to be saved, didn't hurt, didn't cost anything, because they wouldn't receive Jesus. So God steps back and says, okay, you don't want my sacrifice? You don't want my son? You don't want the easy way to be saved? What do you want? You want an eloquent, wonderful looking, beautiful man that is going to answer all you. You want someone, okay, I know what I'll send you. I'll send you the beast. I'll send you the Antichrist. Him you will accept. For this cause God shall send them a strong delusion, that they should believe the lie, that they all might be damned who believed not the truth and had pleasure in unrighteousness. Now let's go to Daniel 7:20. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, before whom 3 fell. I'm going to skip by this rather fast because I'm going to cover this in another talk in the future. Even that horn had eyes, and the mouth spake very great things, whose look, now this is the point. It's saying that this Antichrist guy, this beast guy, he is not going to look like a beast. He is not going to look like a bad guy. It says his look is more stout. That means greater. He's going to be the best looking, the best sounding, the most perfect person you've ever seen in your life. All the men are going to say, yeah, boy, look at the muscles. And all of the women are going to go, is that what it says? Okay. In the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors come to full, a king of fierce countenance. That doesn't mean scary as much as it means respected. And people are they're going to swallow this guy hook, line, sinker, and boat. The beast will have a mouth from God. Let me summarize. Most eloquent speaking, a supernatural mouth. He will be against Christ, his church, his tabernacle, completely destroy all religions except overcomer Christians. He will answer any and all questions, origins of the universe, earth, religion. The world will wonder. No one has ever spoken like this. Explains divisions between nations, wars, and many religions. He will have true peace on earth. They will command all people to unite against those people refusing to join the new society and kill them. All who resist the mark shall be killed. People like Muslims right now are looking for the Mahdi. Hindus are looking for the Vishnu. Christians are looking for the Christ. Jews, of course, we already know we found our Christ. Jews are looking for Messiah, but only those whose names are in the book of life before they see and hear the beast will escape and overcome him. All the world can be at peace, he's going to say. But in order to do that, you've got to abandon old myths, laws, religions. You've got to join his new world order. 2 Thessalonians 2 says, except there come a falling away first. Well, this is going to cause a great falling away. Expect the beast to use scripture, prophecies, ancient texts to crush foundations of all beliefs, especially Christianity. Expect the beast to duplicate Christ, Muhammad, Buddha, Krishna, and merge all religious leaders into himself as the fulfillment of all of them. Expect him to explain not only the Bible and ancient mysteries, but give an answer to almost all of mankind's questions. Ezekiel 3:18-20 is saying Jesus will not forgive you if you take the mark of the beast. You may be thinking, but everything can be forgiven except for blaspheming the Holy Ghost. Well, that's not totally accurate. Let me read. When you say to the wicked that thou shalt surely die, thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity. But if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity. When a righteous man, here it is, doth turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, and I lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die, because thou hast not given him warning. He shall die in his sin, but his righteousness which he hath done shall not be remembered. His righteousness which he hath done shall not be remembered. Then you go to Exodus 32:33, and the Lord said unto Moses, whosoever has sinned against him, him will I blot out of my book. So, yes, we can be taken out of the book of life. We can lose our salvation. This is important. This is given to us by David Phillips. Raise your hand, please. He had this vision. He said, please understand, I'm sharing this the best of my memory, as I was relatively a new believer in Jesus Christ at the time and never experienced anything like this before. This was an open vision while I was awake. I was in church, a Catholic church at the time. During the service, they called in everybody to stand. When I stood up, a vision immediately began. In the vision, I saw what looked like a movie screen directly in front of me. Then the left and the right side of the screen expanded out at the same time to what looked like forever. Also, the top and bottom of the movie screen expanded to what looked like forever. I was no longer thinking about the church service. All I saw or was thinking about was the vision in front of me as it played. The vision that I saw was of the new Pope. The Pope that I saw was standing in front of great masses of people in Italy at the Vatican. He was so high that he could speak to the people directly. There was great excitement in the crowd because of this Pope, because the papacy had finally returned to Italy. He looked younger than most popes, not frail. He was maybe in his 30s or 40s with dark hair and dark facial hair. What greatly troubled me were the words he was shouting. His words were not of love and kindness as the past popes have been. He was threatening and attacking the Protestants. Please listen. Shouting that the true church must rise up and unite against the Protestants. He was shouting that the Protestants are not true believers, but rather unbelievers. The crowd was shouting that the rage and hatred in support of him and his words, he said, the penalty for them must be death. The people were in complete agreement with this. Then be called to action, and the entire world would now rise in power to kill Protestants in all nations. The words he spoke were so frightening that I cannot explain how mere words can be so powerful in developing a reaction in you. It was unlike anything I'd ever witnessed before. Somehow, I knew in my heart that he was talking about killing us, the true believers, who are far fewer in number. I knew that what he was saying was the opposite of the truth, but the people believed him. I thought, but we are the true believers. Life on earth had changed forever. I thought, well, we will now be hunted and killed for our faith around the world. We will now be hunted and killed for our faith around the world, and I'm not ready for this. And most Christians are not ready for it. All of a sudden, the screens came in and the vision ended. I was standing back in church sweating from the vision. I didn't know how long the vision had lasted. I was so thankful I was back at the church because persecution of the true believers had not yet started. At this time, Pope John Paul II was still alive. I was made to know that our only option would be to run and hide. But they will discover that when all the world has turned to the beast, there is nowhere. They will find you. Our only hope is to trust Jesus with our death. Jeremiah and Isaiah were shown believers are hiding in the days just before the return of Jesus. Jeremiah 16:16, behold, I will send fishers, thus saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And I will send them after many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, from every hill, out of the holes and rocks. You better know it's coming. Now, as prophecy students are probably the most prepared in the world, but I'm believing that there's going to be a lot of people that this video will go viral to at some point, and there'll be a lot of new Christians, their mouth is hanging open, not believing this is really going to come, but you better believe it's coming. Here's proof. I'm about to take this out of the Bible now and put it into your pockets and your purses. Starlink to the mark of the beast. How many of you heard of Starlink? Oh, probably been listening to some radio program called The Prophecy Club. Starlink. Elon Musk just revealed new details about Starlink, a plan to surround the Earth with 12,000 high-speed internet satellites. Here's how it might work. 4G right now is the fastest download is 1.4 gigabyte, but SpaceX will be 10 times faster. Elon Musk's rocket company SpaceX plans to launch 120 satellites monthly. Satellites in low Earth orbit use lasers, not radio waves, lasers move much faster, to transfer information between themselves and the ground 50% faster than fiber optic cables. Every 30 days, a new Falcon rocket is being distributing 120 tabletop-sized satellites in 10 minutes. 400 satellites establish minor internet coverage, 800 for significant coverage, 4,400 will be deployed by 2024, and it'll be fully online by 2027. If this is the mark of the beast system, so that no man can buy or sell, if it is, does that give us a hint when the mark of the beast might be coming out? This is an update. March 13, 2021, with Thursday's launch, SpaceX has dedicated 21 of those Falcon 9 missions to carrying satellites for the company's Starlink internet network. Now there's more than 1,100 Starlink satellites already in function. This is what they look like when they first shoot them out of there. It only takes 9 minutes to get them up there. They're at different altitudes. They're spread all over. 1985, Maurice Sklar had a vision. I saw the Earth in the outer space. I watched it begin to see, it looked like neon lights began to appear in hexagon patterns. It started from North America continent, then spread to Europe and around the world. It looked like white laser lights traced 100-mile wide hexagon patterns around the entire Earth like an electronic or laser spider web. I believe he saw this new Starlink in place. When the lights finally stopped tracing around the Earth, it looked like the Earth was wrapped in electronic grid like a geodesic dome, similar to the one at Epcot Center in Disney World, and I could see the Earth underneath it with its blue oceans and clouds and atmosphere. The Lord then spoke and said, this is what is shortly to take place. There's an electronic web that will encircle the Earth like this. It will unite the whole world under the Antichrist system and of the end-time Babylon. At first, it will bring many great blessings and prosperity. It will seem like everyone is coming together and a new age is dawning for mankind. I looked again. I saw the Earth from the space with electronic web around it, but then I saw the continent of Europe. The hexagons began to turn dark and opaque. Then like black smoke rose. Each hexagon began to go smoky and gray, then black. Then I began to hear the cries of millions of souls on earth that were trapped in this darkness. And he said, this is the fullness of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. That is what Adam chose for all of mankind in the Garden of Eden instead of union and life with me. They could have eaten from the tree of life instead, and this never would have happened. This is what it's going to look like. Try to imagine, see if you'll see these satellites are actually at different levels. 24 orbital planes, 66 satellites, 66 per plane, 53-degree incline, 42,000 total covering the Earth. Satellites communicate between themselves with laser, not radar, much faster, and they will blanket the Earth, something like this. This is what the satellites looks like, not these round things, okay? and they expand up so that they are gathering the sunlight and gathering their own energy. They're about the size of a kitchen tabletop, powered by a krypton motor, which lifts it up and keeps it in a proper orbit. And then, when it's done, it deorbits it with 98% of it burning up in reentry. Now, that's the first thing. So try to imagine satellites all around the Earth. Second point, QFS, the quantum financial system. What is a quantum computer? If you take your garden hose and turn it on full blast, let's say that the water coming out of that garden hose represents the fastest human computer, the fastest computer humans have ever made. Compare that to a quantum is like comparing your garden hose to Niagara Falls. That's how much faster a quantum computer is. So here's what finalwakeupcall.info, and I have to give you a disclaimer for several reasons. I cannot verify a word of this article, nor am I making any statements. I'm simply reading what the others have said. This is what this article says. QFS off-world monetary system, introducing a quantum financial system and a global currency reset. It says the QFS system is advanced without any equivalent, and it will end the cabal. You see that word cabal? What that means is of Baal, as in B-A-A-L. The cabal are people that worship Moloch and Baal by name, which believe in human sacrifice. They eat humans and they drink their blood, and there's sex trafficking. Man, unfortunately, these are the wealthiest, strongest people on the planet. They have owned and controlled our financial system for over 300 years that we know of, and probably before that. And they're saying that this new QFS system is going to replace the old cabal system. In other words, with the money that we have in our pocket, the whole money system around the world right now is a cabal system, where it's based upon these evil people. You can call them the Khazarian Mafia, the deep state, whatever you want to call them. They are the people that cheated in the election and removed the election, the real winner, in my opinion. The QFS system will cover the new global network for the transfer of gold and asset-backed currency, initiated by Russia and China to replace the evil U.S. centrally controlled SWIFT system. This new quantum financial system runs on a quantum computer based on an orbiting satellite and is protected by secret satellite space programs to ensure that it cannot be hacked. The quantum technology was provided by benevolent extraterrestrial galactics. These are people that fly around in metal machines. God's angels don't need a metal machine to fly around in. So that tells me that there probably are no benevolent extraterrestrial galactics. So who do you think that's really setting this up? Do you really think the devil looked down and said, I'm going to help the people on planet Earth to fix their financial system, which I broke? Or do you think he says, I'm going to help them to set up a new financial system to fix the system I broke? Then I'm going to take it over and I'm going to turn it into the mark of the beast system so that no man can buy or sell save he have the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name. I think second. Benevolent extraterrestrial galactics. The purpose of the new financial system is to put an end to cabal corruption. I believe that that's what they really believe. And it will temporarily. Cabal corruption, usury, manipulation within the banking world. The key is to implement limitations that will prevent corrupted banksters from gaining significant profits. And what I hope is about to happen, I hope that there really is about to be massive arrests. And I hope those people that are arrested, those 222,450 sealed indictments, do get served up. And I hope among those people are these international bankers, these Moloch and Baal worshipers. The QFS is completely independent from the existing centralized system, making all other previous transfer systems unnecessary. After all sovereign currencies will be gold or asset-backed, ensuring a sustainable value. With the activation of the QFS, the galactic system will completely destroy the central banking system that has been designed to destroy the world economy and to put the world population into perpetual debt slavery. Little is known that this new system was invented in preparation for the takeover of the central bank debt system to end the financial slavery and control over the populace. The quantum financial system has no comparison to anything that has ever been introduced to the world before. It has no peer. It has no equivalent in advanced technology of any other system before it. It is all new. It reigns supreme in technology. Sounds good so far, doesn't it? But you remember what the prophecy said, that it would be good in the beginning, right? Just like the internet was good in the beginning. But who controlled it in the beginning? Now we're finding out, wasn't God, wasn't the Christians, right? It reigns supreme in technology. It applies to establish the 100% financial security and transparency all currency account holders require. With the QFS monetary system of the world, it can easily be changed to encompass gold-backed currencies that completely eliminate the transfer need of the old cabal central banking system. Okay, so you got this. So the devil takes over our financial system, the global financial system, 300 years ago, steals all of the earth's money, and then, so he's broken the system. So then the devil comes along through his aliens and gives mankind a brand new computer. You can go around us. You can fix it like this. And the Americans, actually all of the earth says, hey, that's great, because they don't know about Revelation 13. They think it's great. Okay, there's more. This alien quantum versus human summit. What you're looking at are human computers. These are not quantum computers. The article says both systems performed a task. They wanted to see just how fast these quantum computers are compared to the human computers. The simulations took 200 seconds on a quantum computer. The team extrapolated that the same calculations would have taken the world's most powerful computer system more than 10,000 years to complete. Did you catch that? So it's about 10 million times more energy efficient, not to mention. The Alliance had to intervene with off-world, or more correctly, other dimensional technologies to deliver us Earthlings the super technologically advanced monetary system. Here's the summary. Well, I actually get that, so I'll move on. What you're looking at there, that is a quantum computer chip. Let's go to cell phones. Cell phones are not your friend. Okay, so let's summarize where we are. We know the mark of the beast is coming, so no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark of the name of the beast and the number of his name. That means somehow they've got to be able to be between the buyer and the seller in that exchange of money and product, right? Okay, how do you do that? Oh, well, wait a minute, I got an idea. Let's put up a whole new satellite system. Let's tell everybody that this is going to give you really fast internet. Then let's give them quantum computers. Let's hook in the quantum computers to that system. Now, how do we hook into that system? Well, it used to be that back in the 70s and the 80s, 90s, back in the, we were suspecting that they were going to be putting a chip under the back of our skin. And that chip was going to link with the satellite, and they were going to be able to track every one of us. That's what us prophecy students, we were warning people about that. Guess what? We don't have to put the chip under our skin. You're already carrying the chip. The cell phone is not your friend. I'll show you. Mexico National Biometric Registration of Mobile Phone Users proposes, and it goes on to say it wants to create a national register of mobile telephone users storing biometrics. You see that word? Say biometrics. In other words, what are biometrics? It's our fingerprint. But what else? What is another print that comes from this? Not just fingerprint, vein prints. Fingerprints, vein prints, face prints, and voice, all in your cell phone. It goes on to say they want to give everybody an official national identification number, biometric data, and population registration, or a CURP number. Sounds great, doesn't it? That way we could get rid of all those bad people that steal money from us, or turn it all over to the bad people that really steal the money. Go on to the next article. Biometric facial recognition hardware present in 90% of the smartphones by 2024. They're saying that the next upcoming phones, they're going to be putting this facial biometric recognition system in those phones. In other words, a future cell phone is going to be your enemy. Another article says that they've already come up with in-display fingerprint sensors in IRS. Let me wrap back up. Too much IRS on me today. Iris biometrics capturing. What's it saying? It's saying in substance that one day a future generation cell phone is going to come up with, and the front and the back of the phone are always going to be active. And as you handle your cell phone, can someone hand me my cell phone there? Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Now, right now on the front of my cell phone, it has a picture of me and one of my wonderful grandchildren. If I touch that screen, as you know, I can change the screen, right? It's okay? Try to imagine this screen and the back screen are always active, always reading your fingerprints and your vein prints. So how accurate is that as you touch your phone? No question. They know who's touching it, right? Try to also imagine that the camera, both this camera this way and a camera this way, are always on. You can't turn them off. See, right now there's things in your phone. I like to say this. My Apple phone is owned by me. I own the hardware, but Apple owns the software. Do they not? They go in and they update it. They don't ask me if I want to update it. They just update it. And if you don't update it, after a while, your phone's useless. So they really control your phone. So we've got a phone. The front is always active. The back is always active. Now let's make the camera always active. You can't turn it off. Front and back phone, maybe, and then put it on the side too. And guess what is also active? Microphone. You can't turn it off. So it is constantly reading our face print, our voice print, our fingerprint, our vein print. So would this phone know who is holding it? Now, this phone then connects up to... I'm going to interrupt the broadcast right there. If your heart is with us, I'm asking you to become a member. Actually state before God that you are with our vision to win thousands upon thousands of souls, to teach prophecy and walk in sevenfold miracles, to be a blessing and give answers in the time of trouble. If this is your heart, go to prophecyclub.com and click on membership. Only takes 90 seconds. This will help us to get a loan for an office and a church to do the work of the ministry. prophecyclub.com. Terry Sock of Cornerstone Asset Metals is a prophecy student, reads his King James Bible, and wants to help Prophecy Club win souls, even if it means he loses money. I think that's the right attitude when someone values winning souls more than making money, and he's doing so by sponsoring Prophecy Club on radio. So, if you'd like to help win souls, the next time you need gold, silver, palladium, rhodium bars, or coins, contact CornerstoneAssetMetals.com. They can help you roll over your IRA, 401k, so just tell CornerstoneAssetMetals.com Prophecy Club sent you. Each single Prophecy Club DVD is a gift of $30. In that you know the internet is going away one day, it is a good idea to actually have the disc. However, at WatchProphecyClub.com, you can have instant access to over 200 titles on a recurring monthly subscription of $20 or yearly for $200 at WatchProphecyClub.com. That's $6,000 worth of information at WatchProphecyClub.com. That's WatchProphecyClub.com. What a deal. When a nuclear device goes off, it produces an EMP electromagnetic pulse, and it fries every computer chip unless they're protected. The good news is EMPShield.com has devices a military testing facility says are 100% accurate to protect against EMP, solar flares, lightning, power surges backed by a 10-year warranty and a $25,000 insurance policy. And they come with simple installation instructions for home, vehicles, RV, and electric generators. You can have electricity in a blackout. EMPShield.com. Use the promo code PROPHECY for a $50 gift card. This helps Prophecy Club. That's EMPShield.com. Promo code PROPHECY for a $50 gift card. EMPShield.com. EMPShield.com. Here's the best deal we've ever offered at the Prophecy Club. 5 How Pre-Trib Won, 5 Tribulation Secrets in Daniel, 5 God's Warning to America, 5 Secret Door to Understand Bible Prophecy, and 10 Miss the Mark, 40 books, gift of $100, prophecyclub.com, prophecyclub.com. Click like, share, and subscribe.